Somebody call a doctor because bad medicine is back. Over there is Diamond Dave Damone. This is the Appleton Oak. That's the answer. I'm Mason Quinn. Folks, today we are checking out Hidden Figures, and this came out in, well, 2016 or 2017, depending on when you went and saw it in the theater. I had a little bit different releases there. But nonetheless, I know a little bit about this, but first time watch for me. I know it got rave reviews from just about everybody, so I'm excited to check this one out.
I have not seen it, but I'm definitely ready, willing, and able to give it a watch because maybe there's some importance behind it.
Yeah, I do remember the trailer coming out. Everybody has given this movie rave reviews. From my understanding, it is based on a true story, the lives of the three women that we see in our display behind us. Came very, very highly recommended, so I'm excited for this one.
Yeah, I have not seen this either. I have heard of it, so I'm really looking forward to seeing what this film is all about. Let's go!
Uh-oh. Looks like my garage door opener just called it quits.
All right, this should be a quick and easy job. All we have to do is replace the motor. I'm thinking maybe an hour tops.
You want me using this ladder?
Hey, look, the other guys brought the fiberglass ones out to another job. This is all we had left at the shop. I'm sure it's gonna be just fine.
Looks like Noah used this thing to build the ark.
Guy, it's gonna be just fine. It's a quick, easy job. We're not going up that high. Just don't worry about it. Look, I'm counting on you.
Counting on you. Counting on you. Counting on you. You know, he's always counting on me. Let's look at this thing. Oh no. Oh. Ah! Ah, my leg! My leg! Ah! Ah!
You're gonna need some help with that. Your injury could be worth millions. You should consider calling Morgan & Morgan. Morgan & Morgan is America's largest injury law firm, with more than 1,000 lawyers and 4,000 case staff ready to fight for you if you become their client. But this guy is worried. He doesn't have the cash to pay for expensive legal fees. Worry no more. Morgan & Morgan will fight for every penny you deserve. And guess what? The fee is absolutely free, unless you win. But this guy doesn't want to sue his boss, even though he hasn't gotten his surgery bills covered in the last 6 months. When you sue for an injury, you're not suing your boss. You're suing the insurance company. If you've been a victim in a workplace injury or any other personal injury, you can click the link in the description, www.forthepeople.com/medicine, to see if you have a case. This guy did, now he's back in the game.
Based on true events.
Based on true events.
18 prime.
Oh, and prime numbers?
Mm-hmm.
West Virginia Collegiate
3
Institute
is
is the
prime.
best school for the in the state.
Scalene. Equilateral.
She's already better at
Oh,
math
that's-
than I am.
Oh, that's cool how they're
That is
breaking
awesome.
it out.
They're offering a full scholarship. All you have to do is get there.
We took up a collection amongst the teachers and such. It's not a lot, but it's enough to help get you settled in.
Just crushing out the math. Wish I was that smart.
So easy.
I've never seen a mind like the one your daughter has.
10 years
You
ago, I
have
would
to
have been
go.
able to do half of that.
There wasn't a point ever in my life where I would have gotten past any of it.
Hey, there she is.
Here goes.
Ooh.
Ooh, that's a battery or a starter.
We all gonna end up unemployed riding around in this pile of junk to work every day. I'll hitchhike. Girls.
Oh.
NASA, sir.
We do a great deal of the calculating.
All three of you.
Yes, sir. Yes, officer.
I had no idea they hired.
There are quite a few women working in the space program.
That's not what I meant, but well played.
You girls ever meet those astronauts?
Yes, sir. We work with those gentlemen.
You got to get a man up there before the commies do. Whole damn country's counting on 'em. What, y'all need a tow or something?
No, thank you, officer. Just need to bypass the starter.
Oh, it was the old days, and you could do that with a screwdriver.
Yeah, oh, Jesus.
That a girl. All set.
Well, hell.
Does that work?
Yeah.
I've seen my grandpa do it.
Yeah.
No, sir, we wouldn't want to bother
That
you.
would be wonderful, officer. Hurry up, Dorothy, before he changes his mind.
We're coming. Hold your horse.
I will say that was pretty interesting the way they started, the way
yeah.
that conversation
found,
started.
yeah.
But that's how it
Get
was.
a police escort. There you go.
Hates the Russians.
Well, that's,
Commies.
Yeah.
I mean, the 60s were quite an interesting time.
Yep.
Oh, there.
That there is a God-ordained miracle.
Oh, I didn't know Costner was in this movie.
It's before he owned a ranch.
Approaching 7,400 miles per hour.
Cool.
Disengaged. Minus on landing. Russian orbital entry is established.
Jim Webb. Yes, Mr. President.
I don't want to lose.
It looks like they've achieved at least one orbit, maybe two. Russians have a spy satellite lapping the planet, taking pictures of God knows what. No more delay. Alan Shepard, John Glenn, your Uncle Bob, it doesn't matter. Get us up there, Harrison.
Your Uncle Bob.
You think you enlightened the administrator? No, he didn't look enlightened to me. Because now that they can get up there, a bomb will follow. Where's the machine?
Any day now, Mr. Harrison.
Any day now. I need a mathematician.
I'll put in another request, sir.
Tell me something else, Ruth, like we're going to find such a person before the Russians plant a flag on the damn moon.
A lot of pressure.
Just a little bit.
God, you think about all the stuff that happened in the 60s. I mean, that whole 10 years is just wild.
Ladies, if you're tired, you don't get an assignment. If you don't get an assignment, you don't have a job. Mary.
Present.
The Mercury 7 prototype has arrived for testing. Mr. Zelensky's requesting you for a permanent assignment.
Thank you, Jesus. Oh, thank you.
Mary.
I'm sorry.
It's like Major League. You celebrate outside.
We're on double time.
Oh, Kirsten.
I need these calculations before lunch. Space test group needs a computer. Someone with a handle on analytic geometry. You have someone?
Oh, yes, ma'am. Catherine's the gal for that.
I'll check her credentials.
Absolutely.
You just asked.
We just saw her passed, crushing those math equations.
My application for supervisor, ma'am. Was just wondering if they're still considering me for that position.
They're not assigning a permanent supervisor for the color group.
I'm doing the work of a supervisor.
Well, that's NASA for you. Get those trajectory calcs worked out. We need it for the Redstone test.
The old give people more work, but don't promote them.
Performance punishment. You're doing
Well-
great work. Here's more.
Well, it's interesting, too, because of the 60s and the way that was segregated and everything, too, with race.
Mach 1, tunnel test.
Uh-oh.
T-minus 1 minute.
No.
No choice worth your life.
One moment.
6, 5, 4.
Oh, good.
Okay, just wind tunnel testing here.
Yeah, but if anything were to explode or
Oh,
like that.
Yeah. Ooh,
Right there.
shit.
Shut it down. Conclusion?
The area closest to the boosters is closest to the heat. Coupled with rising temperature on reentry, contact softens. We could consider another fastener other than the bolts.
Yes.
I was thinking the same thing.
I had it written down right here.
There is another opening in the engineer training program.
I'm not going to entertain the impossible.
If you were a white male, would you wish to be an engineer?
I wouldn't have to. I'd already be one.
Skirts must be worn past the knee. Sweaters are preferred.
I like that interaction between those two.
Mm-hmm.
Do not talk to Mr. Harrison unless he talks to you. They've never had a colored in here before, Catherine. Don't embarrass me.
Okay.
This boss.
Wow.
This wasn't emptied last night.
I'm sorry, I'm not the custodian.
Yep, I would just put that right
Yep.
over there.
Well, that's where that goes for now.
I'm sure they'll come back to that. I got a feeling.
Mr. Harrison won't warm up to you. Don't expect it. Do your work. Keep your head down.
Ruth, what's the status on that computer?
She's right behind you, Mr. Harrison.
Does she handle analytic geometry?
Absolutely. And she speaks.
You think you can find me the Fernet frame for this data using the Graham-Schmidt?
Orthogonalization algorithm? I prefer it over Euclidean coordinates.
All right, then. I'm not a big fan of Euclidean coordinates either.
Oh, so they're the worst.
Brutal.
In 14 days, the Mercury 7 will be here for training. Because it's never been done, everything we do between now and then is going to matter. And America's greatest engineering and scientific minds are not going to have a problem with having their work checked, are they, Paul? Good. So let's have an amen, damn it.
Amen. Is Jim Parsons basically the same guy in every role?
Yeah, he's got a...
Hey, Miss Quinn, you have that typewriter.
I do. That's actually the new model.
No, it's...
Oh, he does... Lift up the glasses.
Ooh. My numbers are spot on.
I will double check them.
Good for you.
I will be the judge of that.
Why are you blacking out all that stuff?
Yeah, that's what I'm
Sheldon.
curious about too.
Redacted.
Bazinga.
I'm not going to be able
Work on what you can read. The rest is classified. You don't have clearance.
What the fuck?
Wow.
Hey, double check my work, but not the stuff I don't want you to see.
Yeah.
I mean, how in the hell is she supposed to do her job accurately?
May I ask where the ladies' room is?
Sorry, I have no idea where your is.
At NASA.
What year did they get rid of separate bathrooms? Anyone remember?
I don't know if it was different by organization or state or whatever. Folks in the comments have to help.
Yeah,
us
help me
on
out,
that
folks.
So they didn't have an entire bathroom in the whole...
I'd like to point out this is all being done in heels as well.
Very impressive.
Ruth, where's that girl with the number?
On a break.
We'll take breaks now?
Well, no. Just you assholes put it all the way across campus.
My God, where have you been? Are you finished yet?
He said by the end of the day.
The end of the day around here was yesterday.
I need those done first.
He wants those done first. Get going.
Just not used to him being a dick, you know?
Well, Sheldon was sometimes a dick.
No, I never watched that show.
Big Bang Theory.
Oh, piss off, guys.
Coffee going to be an issue too?
Right off.
Well, I mean, that's the good thing, right? We're so far removed from this that it seems absurd to us today.
Yeah.
So I think that's a good thing that we can look at, and learn from.
Since these are true events, was that one of the events? Or is it just something they
whether
put
it's an
in the
actual
film?
event or just a representation, either way, things like that.
Either way, yeah. By the way, I mean
And
strictly in
Stafford's heat
this
shield
story,
counts.
not outside the story.
You can throw that in the trash.
Excuse me?
It's not an insult to your work. It's just obsolete. That's how fast things are moving around here. Look beyond the numbers for answers to questions we don't even know to ask. We're not circling the Earth, and we're certainly not touching the moon. In my mind, I'm already there. Are you?
Yes, sir.
Because I don't need another smart girl with an adding machine.
That is interesting how fast the information is changing. And
Yeah.
all that work she or someone else probably just
just
did through
means
the day. It's like,
nothing.
all right.
Yep, these numbers are wrong. Toss them.
Well,
Like I said, with the plates coming off the capsule or whatever, it doesn't even matter then. They got to do something different.
Flathead rivets.
We've been waiting for hours. Next time you take the bus. I haven't been late one day in 10 years.
It's not fair, that's a fact.
What's not fair is having the responsibility of a supervisor, but not the title or the pay.
Dorothy, I don't even know if I can keep up in that room.
You're better with the numbers than anyone in there, Catherine, and you know it. Have some respect. Get your damn feet off my dashboard.
That's my
You say it's
pet peeve.
dangerous.
Dangerous. Super dangerous. I mean, granted, those cars were built like a tank, but...
It's a promotion?
Might be a slight promotion.
Well, it's nothing you can't handle, Catherine.
Love you.
This is my bed.
I understand you want to be grown. Whoever sleeps in that bed will also do the dishes.
That's okay. You never mind. That's a chair to share with. You've been gone for 300 hours.
I have to be mommy and daddy. I miss your father just as much as anyone.
You could fly up to space if you wanted to, Mama.
Did you draw this? Is that me?
It's a nice ride.
I was going to say, that's a great drawing.
Praise God!
Praise God.
Hallelujah!
Hallelujah.
Praise God that change is coming. The good Lord
as our very own women working on rocket ships. And we have national guardsmen. Give a shout of praise for Colonel Jim Johnson.
He crushes everything he's in.
To set up a National Guard unit right here in Hampton. Can I get a hallelujah in here? Hallelujah.
Oh, that's the kind of energy I could get behind.
I don't want to talk about this again, okay?
Hey, him too. Got a stacked cast in this. Wow.
Kids need to eat their vegetables. Know that if you was ever home.
Oh. Ouch.
Don't play the fool. I don't want to see you get hurt.
I don't want any green seeds.
No lip, little miss. Your brother gets them, and so do you. Colonel Jim is a tall glass of water.
There he is.
And I bet he's like that day and night.
I think he's smiling over here.
Yeah, you.
Yeah.
Smiling back. Oh, child, you are all teeth right now. Ladies, I'm not ready. Late. Fix your hair.
So, Colonel, this is Catherine Goble.
She's not married. She's a widow with 3 beautiful little girls. So well behaved. Angels on earth is what we like to call them. Slice of pie.
I love one.
Here you go.
Pastor mentioned you're a computer at NASA. They let women handle that sort of... That's not what I mean. Just surprised something so taxing.
If I were you, I'd quit talking. I was the first female student at West Virginia University Graduate School. I analyzed the manometer levels for air displacement, friction, and velocity, and compute over 10,000 calculations by hand. And we're proud to be doing our part for the country. And it's not because we wear skirts. It's because we wear glasses.
I love how she keeps doing that.
Oh, what a speech.
That was impressive.
Crushed it.
God, look at those big boxes.
Yeah.
Yeah, 60s.
U.S. Navy pilot. He could be the first man in space.
And handsome must be a requirement, too.
How could you possibly be ogling these white men?
Well, it's equal rights. I have the right to see fine in every color.
That's John Glenn. He's the only
Come on! Of course he's an astronaut.
What do you ladies do for NASA?
True.
Calculate your trajectories.
Mary Jackson, Mr. Glenn, engineering, and I'm proud as the devil to be working with you.
Oh.
Who drank all the coffee? And
No, they gave that to her so that she has to do it.
Mr. Harrison wants you to confirm launch and landing for the Redstone rocket test.
It's illegible.
Those numbers have already been confirmed by 2 engineers in this department and myself. This is more or less a dummy check.
Excuse me? Wow.
Just gonna rubber stamp it, huh? That's what you want? Oh, nice.
Here we go. All right, answer.
One, you make it 2, make it double, okay? You gotta get it.
No, here's our IBM.
Look at that. Can't get in the
About to
door.
measure these things? No, just keep going. In fact, use the big hammer.
Come on, use a big hammer. You heard the man.
I love how this is NASA and they couldn't figure out how big the computer was going to be.
I think that's why Kevin is kind of like,
yeah,
what are we doing?
Yeah.
Like we're doing all this over here, but yet we can't figure out a door.
Yeah, again, government's head up their ass.
Our runner can pick up your work, Dorothy. You need to be working, not walking. Well, since you made the trip, you can take that batch over there. You need something else?
I was wondering if you know what they're building over in the tech wing.
A mainframe machine. Apparently, it can do our calculations in a fraction of the time.
I guess that's good for NASA.
Hurry on now. Best if you do it in one trip.
God, I'm really disliking her management style.
God,
we'll say.
she's usually likable in this film.
She's basically every boss I've ever worked for.
I know. I wouldn't last long. Would not last long.
Oh, not this shit again.
Yeah, take that, Paul.
Of course.
Whose work is that?
Don't you
I said, whose
do
work
it.
is that?
Catherine Goble, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Nice.
Oh, I just love that build up. Whose work is that? Like,
The redstone
Well, I
couldn't
didn't.
support orbital flight. That's classified information.
Well, it's no secret why the redstone tests keep failing.
You figured all that out with this. Half the data's redacted. You did the math.
Yes, sir. I look beyond.
And how do you know about the Atlas rocket? That data's not here, like you said. It's classified.
Well, you want to win?
Held the sheets up to the light.
I held it up to the light.
You held it up to the light. Well, there it is. Give her everything she needs to work on Shepard's trajectories without redaction.
I just don't think it's a good idea.
Why,
You know
Paul?
what I think's a good
Why?
idea? Darker ink. I think darker ink's a good idea. This interrogation's over.
Move along. Get those pants up.
I know
high.
they're really high.
Jesus, guy.
Well,
That was the fashion.
they're being historically
His
accurate.
fashion.
This IBM's gonna put us all out of work. One thing to do, earn all we can, make ourselves valuable. Somewhere down the line, a human being's gonna have to push the button.
That's right.
And the latest Windows is going to suck.
NASA doesn't commission females for the engineer training program.
That position is available to any qualified applicant.
Well, we now require advanced extension courses through the University of Virginia. I just follow the rules around here, and I expect everyone who works for me to follow them as well. Y'all should be thankful you have jobs at all.
Wow, that's a classic boss line too, right there.
Yeah.
God, wow, they are making.
They are never gonna allow a colored woman to just take classes at an all-white school.
Petition the court, fight for what you want, but quit talking about it. Not one more
Ooh.
peep about work.
Child,
Real
I
good
needed
stuff.
this. We're gonna teach you how to get your name.
Pay attention on that. We're not part of that trouble. Go on.
Unreal.
Important not to forget.
Yep.
We don't want any trouble in here.
Oh, I'm not here for any trouble.
You have books in the colored section.
It doesn't have what I'm looking for.
So now you know better than this.
Hands off my boys. Don't touch them.
Separate and equal are two different things. Just cause it's the way doesn't make it right. You act right, you all right.
Yes, Mama.
Good for her for kind of following up with the kids on that.
Fortran is a new and exciting language used by programmers to communicate with computers.
Oh,
It is
okay.
exciting as it is the wave of the future.
The future.
So that way she knows how to use the computer when it
Well,
gets
she
put
said,
in.
like she said, we got to learn to be valuable. Learn more to be valuable.
It's like, yeah, they might have a machine, but someone needs to push the button.
Yeah, just in time.
Oh,
well, look
well.
at that. What? Let me go help him with those flowers.
Just waiting for his moment.
And there it is.
Now.
I believe I owe you an apology.
Well, was that it?
Like why we dance?
So that's that. You got to write an apology. I'll tell you while we dance.
Oh, kept him waiting.
I'm afraid I simply misspoke the other day, Mrs. Gold. Been away for a long time. Imagine I'm just out of practice. I'm sorry, Catherine. Underestimating you and any other woman like you, though I don't imagine there's many.
Oh my God.
Yuri Gagarin has become the first man in space.
Guess that puts us behind the curve.
Yuri Gagarin's 3KA capsule into orbit at 6:07.
They're going to be pissed.
They beat the pants off us. Let's go. Learn how to fly to space.
After what I just saw, I'm sure everyone's probably anxious to just go home. Before we do, I just have to ask the question. How in the hell did we find ourselves in second place in a two-man race? Anybody? Paul?
Yeah, Paul.
Yeah,
Let's start with you.
Paul.
We're in the fight of our lives, people. I just saw 7 faces who aren't sure that we can get there. There's only 2 things you need to know going forward. One is staying here, working late. That's going to be a fact of life. 2, don't expect your paychecks to reflect the extra time it's going to take to catch up and pass those bastards.
Ooh.
I suggest you call your wives, tell them how it's going to be. We'll start with mine.
Well, leading by example.
Yeah.
Well, they showed it. He was the last one there, even the earlier.
Well, what I like too is he made them realize, like, hey, we're actually doing something here. Earlier on, it was kind of not a joke, but I don't think they took it as serious until now.
Oh,
Here we go.
Call her 3 young kids.
Oh, here we go. Nice. I like mixing in the actual footage.
Damn.
Nope. Challenge video.
You'll just try the tilt-a-whirl at the carnival.
Let's just see how much G-force we can each take.
Sir, might be the selector latch.
I'm taking a walk.
Oh, get it fired up.
She's gonna fix it.
Yeah.
The IBM 7090 data processing system. 24,000 multiplications per second. It'll run eventually. And when it does, we have to know how to program it. Unless you'd rather be out of a job. No,
Mm-mm.
I got a court date.
There you go.
Look at
The
that.
computer uses it as its high-speed storage unit and information holding device. You have a brain. That I can work with.
No hard drive.
The fact that she's able to stay awake reading a computer manual is amazing to me.
Get a girl.
Hey.
Just like that.
Ruth,
Yes,
give me
sir.
the tape on the line. Wow. Where is she?
Well,
No.
I don't know, maybe get a bathroom closer. Is this finally going to be the moment where he's like, we need a bathroom here?
Something.
Because she's going to be soaked.
Something's going to happen.
Everywhere I look, you're not where I need you to be. Where the hell do you go every day?
To the bathroom, sir.
The bathroom. To the damn bathroom. For 40 minutes a day?
There's no bathroom for me here. Or any building outside the West Campus, which is half a mile away.
Thank you. She said it.
There you
I
go.
walk to Timbuktu just to relieve myself. My uniform, skirt below my knees, my heels, and a simple string of pearls. Well, I don't own pearls, and I work like a dog day and night, living off of coffee from a pot none of you want to touch.
Damn.
oh. It's like Field of Dreams.
Haven't seen it.
No more colored restrooms. No more white restrooms. Go wherever you damn well please. Preferably closer to your desk.
There we go.
Right.
Goodness.
A.
Here at NASA, we all pee the same color.
That's true.
That's
Mm-hmm.
That's an interesting line.
Well, you want to get something done?
God damn, now she can be way more fucking efficient. Ugh.
And she's still crushing it.
I know.
Oh. Still have that cold.
Heard you was fighting the flu. Thinking you could use some soup.
That is a gentleman move answer.
Just working herself to the bone. That'll your health.
It's a historic day here at Cape Canaveral, and here's what we can expect. Alan Shepard and Freedom 7 will be launched into space.
Oh, I like the camera work there they did.
Yeah, kind of like that old school, real seemed to.
Lake Champlain.
That's-
Down for this.
Remember when this was like a thing?
Yeah, I remember being in school.
Gathering around the TV
Yeah.
watching.
Watching launches.
All systems now go.
Move the final countdown sequence.
We're in T-minus 10. 2, 1.
Holy shit.
We have ignition. Off and the clock is starting.
God, the adrenaline that's going through any astronaut that goes up.
Y'all is okay. Switching manual roll.
For the eyes of the world, now look into space. We set sail on this new sea because there is new knowledge to be gained.
Suppose we should all thank President Kennedy for the continued job security. Gus Grissom's up next. It's our last shot before we strap Glenn to the Atlas.
Yes, and I imagine he'd like us to have the math worked out beforehand.
Me and Answer are the Cutlass owners on this team.
I think it's high time I kissed you, Catherine. Figured you attracted to me, same as out of you.
This is a very pragmatic way of going about this.
Good for her. She deserves some happiness after everything she's been through there.
Bomb into a Freedom Rider bus outside of Anniston, Alabama.
The kids don't need to be watching
They
this.
need to see this.
This is not a struggle for ourselves alone. It is a struggle to save the soul of America.
Petition to attend courses at Hampton High School.
Hampton High School is a white school, Mrs. Jackson.
I believe there are special circumstances to be considered. May I approach your bench, sir?
It's so hard for me to even wrap my head around this shit. I can't even.
Well, you were the first in your family to serve in the armed forces, the first to attend university, George Mason, and the first state judge to be recommissioned by 3 consecutive governors. I plan on being an engineer at NASA, so I have no choice but to be the first. Your Honor, out of all the cases you're gonna hear today, which one is gonna matter 100 years from now?
Yeah, right there.
Only the night classes, Mrs. Jackson.
All right. There you go. Celebrate outside. Oh, there you go. Got her name on there too.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to get a jump on John Glenn's trajectory.
Doesn't exist.
I can do it, sir.
How've Grissom numbers been?
They've been spot on.
There you go.
Give Glenn's orbit a go.
Computers don't author reports.
This guy. Oh. Fucking Paul. Fucking Paul.
How did his career ever recover from this to be liked on Big Bang?
Liberty Bell 7 capsule is taking on water. Unfortunately, the Liberty Bell 7 capsule is lost.
Oh, this is unique. Actually showing that.
What makes you think you can bring John Glenn home safely?
Whoever gets there first will make the rules. I think the bigger question for this body to consider is who do you want calling the shots in space? We'll get John Glenn home safely because we have to, because he has to tell us what he saw.
There you go.
So the capsule will spin around the Earth forever because there's nothing to slow it down?
Slowing it down at precisely the right moment, by precisely the right amount, that's the task.
It needs to move from an elliptical orbit to parabolic.
That's the go, no-go. We bring him in too soon,
he burns up on re-entry.
We bring him in too late, he's pushed out of Earth's gravity.
If I could attend the briefings, I'd be more useful to the project.
Calculate with what you have, or we'll find someone who can.
Oh, shit.
I thought you wanted to win.
Yeah.
Well, he wants to win for himself. He doesn't anybody else to win, it seems. Whereas Kevin Costner just wants to win as a team.
What the hell are you doing? You can't be in here.
I'm sorry, sir. I'm just trying to be helpful.
We've got numbers.
Yeah, Bill.
Yeah, Bill.
Check him out, Bill.
What's your name again?
Dorothy Vaughan.
Boom.
The parameters for Friendship 7?
This is all moot. We're altering the window on the capsule.
If I could attend briefings, I could stay.
Catherine, we have been through this.
Say it louder so he can hear it.
Yep.
Okay, you know what? That is just the way things are.
Just the way things are.
Well, that helps make progress when you say things like that's just the way things are. That's great for progress and moving forward. There you go.
Keep putting it on there.
Mm-hmm.
Those are my calculations. My name should be on it.
That is not the way this works.
Exactly how it works.
Mr. Harrison, I would like to attend today's briefing. I do my work. You attend these briefings. I have to start over. Colonel Glenn launches in a few weeks.
Why is it she can't attend?
Because she doesn't have clearance, Al. There is no protocol for a woman
Okay,
attending
I
these
get
meetings.
that part, Paul. But within these walls, who makes the rules?
You, sir. You are the boss. You just have to act like one.
There you go.
Oh, shit. Oh.
You keep quiet.
Gentlemen.
Oh, buddy, hush, hush.
This is Catherine Goebel with our Trajectory and Launch Window Division. Her work is pertinent to today's proceedings. We have a confirmed launch window. Get her a chair, please.
We'd like 3 possible recovery areas.
We can't cover half the damn ocean.
We're orbiting the Earth at what speed now?
She knows.
17,544 miles per hour. At the time the rocket delivers the capsule into low space orbit.
Gentlemen, that's why
That's one
she's...
hell of a speeding ticket.
All right,
There we go. There we go.
Of course he
Break
would.
the tension.
We need to be past theory at this
We'll be able to calculate a go, no go with that information. Catherine, have a go at it.
Here we go.
All right, let's
the
go.
ball and
Right
run.
back to when the teacher handed her the chalk.
Yep.
When she was a kid.
The first open there.
Same thing.
They're all going to be so flustered when she starts busting out those equations.
17,544 miles, 170 feet. At a descent angle. Distance would be 20,530,372 feet, or 46.33 degrees, 5.0667 degrees north.
Good job, Paul.
I like her numbers.
Assuming the capsule hits the re-entry point exactly.
Well, that's the math we don't have yet, gentlemen. We're working on it.
Well, we're just getting up to speed here, Mr. Harrison. I need more manpower.
Let's get ahead of this thing. I'm not paying you.
Understood?
Oh, funny. We know quite the team that can help out with this
Find a
situation.
team, Bill.
I'm not paying any of you.
Nobody's getting greased.
Me?
Temporarily, yes. We need the IBM for Glen's launch. The lead engineer says you're good with the cards.
Bill came in clutch there.
Yep.
I'm not accepting reassignment unless I bring my ladies with me. I can't do it alone. My gals are ready.
Ah!
Oh, look at
Nice.
that shot.
Look at
What an
that shot.
entrance.
Well, the expectations that this boss set, well, we only need one person to go up there with that brand new equipment that
Yeah.
no one knows how to
Yeah.
work except her and that team's.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
well, we only need one. No,
what's
it's
great.
not how that shit
It's like-
works.
It's like nobody else read the book.
Well, and then she was smart to teach all of them everything in that book.
Yep.
When again, it goes all
Job
back
security.
to her valuable line. We need the information to be valuable.
Yep.
And that's exactly what they did, which is a good life lesson too, right there. Is
Oh, for anything.
knowledge is power, right?
Yeah, well, and
So-
you can't do the job without the information, and you can't stop yourself because of arbitrary reasons to do what you're trying to do.
Which there is a handful of people that do stop themselves by
Yeah.
doing that.
You know what your job is, Paul? Find the genius among those geniuses. We all get to the peak together, or we don't get there at all.
Put your ego aside, asshole. Look who stays late.
She's always staying late, and he's not. Like, chuck another one up for
Oh.
Paulster on the fail list.
Oh, it's,
Thought you might need these. You can refill them with any weight that you want. You just hit the top like this.
Mechanical pencil. God, game changer.
You're gonna make a fine engineer.
Tonight we discuss Planck-Einstein wavelength relationships.
I don't see a colored section. Should I just take any seat?
There you go.
Front and center.
Okay.
Never once sat in that seat. Unless I was in trouble.
Maybe we've been thinking about this all wrong.
How's that?
Maybe it's not new math at all.
It could be old math. Something that looks at the problem numerically and not theoretically. Euler's method.
That's ancient.
It works numerically.
I was gonna say.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, it was tip of my tongue.
Yep, said
Tip of my
Euler's method.
Well,
Was
you're just so excited you couldn't even pronounce it
that's
correctly.
thank you.
Well, what's great there, too, like, if he doesn't say that, like, what is the group still trying to figure it
Yeah,
out?
they're still spinning
Looking
in
at it the
circles.
wrong way.
Well, and I'm just saying it as a group being able to focus together to help
There it
bounce
is.
stuff off each other.
Yep, they all got to work together, just like they said.
That's it.
Let's type it up.
It's one of those, like,
Oh,
I
well,
can
look who's
teach but
coming
can't-
around.
Yeah, I can teach
little
but can't
bit.
do, but, one of those kind of
I
situations.
was gonna
Is Paul finally going to come back now and say, hey, where's your name?
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping.
Dorothy? Mrs. Mitchell?
They're in the same bathroom together, so this should be an interesting conversation.
Hey, Thank you. I hear the IBM's up to full capacity. You certainly have a knack for it.
My father taught me a thing or two about mechanics.
You know, I have a few girls in the East group that have an interest in learning more about it.
That's not my decision, ma'am. That would be the supervisor.
Ah, there we go.
Gotcha.
Good night, Mrs. Mitchell.
I like how they shot
You know,
that scene where they
Dorothy-
were talking through the mirror instead of like turning
The spot where you may
talking
think
to each other.
I have nothing against y'all.
I know you probably believe that.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
Ouch.
Keep telling yourself that sort of thing. Yeah, if you say it loud enough, often enough, might believe it to be true.
Mama!
Hey, baby.
Mama!
Hi.
Oh.
Is he gonna walk out of the kitchen?
But wait, is it my birthday? Mama, what's going on?
There's one more seat open.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Is he
Oh.
proposing?
He's all dressed up.
Yeah.
Oh. Here.
There it is.
Oh.
Are you sad, Mama? No.
It's okay, Mama.
He's a good man.
There we go.
I know.
He's already crying.
This is my mother's ring.
Oh.
She and my father were married for
For 52 years.
the day I met you. I called my mother. She said she must be something. Jimmy, really something.
Then what'd you say?
I said, no, she's more than something. She's everything.
Oh. Jimmy.
I do.
I'd ask you yet.
Hurry up. Oh,
That's
oh.
Good moment. Good moment.
You wanted to see me, sir?
Have a seat. Our IBM is churning out numbers in fractions of the time any human can.
That's good, then.
Thanks.
Thing is, the Cape's now insisting on doing all the backups down there on site. Truth be told, we can't keep up with that IBM anyhow. Long story short, we no longer need a computer in this department. See if we can find another assignment.
Wait, that's it? Not like, hey, we're working to get you a spot here?
I'm sorry about this. It's out of my hands, if you can believe that.
I understand.
Thought you were the boss.
We heard you got engaged. It's thoughtful of you.
Oh, the
She said she didn't even have.
remembered.
The team remembered.
Did good work around here, Catherine.
Are we gonna get something from Sheldon?
Well, he's back there.
Come on, Paul.
Was Paul a real guy? Because
We're gonna have to find out. Because holy shit.
And Colonel John Glenn will be the first American to orbit the Earth.
Paul, something's off here. These landing coordinates don't match yesterday's. Well, then the IBM's wrong yesterday.
Oh shit.
oh, you know who they're gonna need.
Yep. Catherine.
The IBM's been spot on up to this point, John, but we'll run it again.
Let's get the girl to check the numbers.
The girl.
Yes, sir.
All right, we'll get into it.
Roger.
Go find Catherine Goebel. She needs to verify Glenn's go, no-go. We're staying on the ground.
Oh, no, he's got to do the run.
Yeah.
Run.
That's right, they jumped ahead. I was so nervous it was going to be on her wedding, but yeah, they advanced it.
Looking for Catherine Goebel.
It's Katherine Johnson now.
They need you to verify these coordinates.
All right, give us some space so to work.
Yeah, let's not all sit and watch her work.
You think that number's right? John Glenn is ready to board the Friendship 7.
It's a go day in all regards.
God, this always reminds me of any kind of like live event where something. Hey, a couple minutes before the show goes live and shit's going wrong.
Yep.
I mean, obviously not like this, but like just the minuscule things of like, shit, this isn't ready.
Yep.
What the devil are you doing? Are you taking a break?
They're running together. what was that run from him?
It's best Steven Seagal.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Well, they crushed the soundtrack on
Oh
this.
yeah.
Still that
Come on.
bullshit.
Bad 14.
Is this going to be where Paul gets some redemption?
Catherine.
Thank you.
Here we go.
Ah, there it is.
Sir, we've got pad 14 on the box.
All right, let me in now.
Look at all that cutting edge technology for the time.
Catherine did manage to calculate a few decimal points further than that hunk of metal.
Be sure to thank her for me. Gentlemen, let's launch this rocket.
Yeah.
I was gonna say too, like, why wouldn't you have her there if something else were to kind of pop up last second, and then you'd lose so much time. Like,
You are in Max Q.
Roger that, Capcom.
Go for Seco.
Man, just an entire nation watching too. Well, the whole world.
Yeah, the whole
actually
world.
watching. You know.
0G and I feel fine.
John Glenn reports everything looks good.
That view is tremendous.
Roger that.
That would be freaking awesome.
New assignment came down the pike. Always changing around here.
Oh.
hey,
Sure.
How big of a team?
30 to start.
Thank you for the information, Mrs. Mitchell.
You're quite welcome, Mrs. Vaughan.
No, there you go. Respect goes both ways now.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the end of that.
Ooh, heat shield.
We have a warning light.
It's like is it like the check engine?
Will you confirm the landing bag is in the off position?
Affirmative, Capcom.
Al, we need to get him down now. He could burn up on re-entry.
There is a man in space, and we don't want to miss it, so we gotta hurry.
God, it's so wild. I mean, an entire world watching one event.
Tell them not to jettison the retro package.
Tell them not to jettison the retro package.
All right.
The retro package straps might hold it in place.
Will that work?
It will work.
He has to override the 05G.
This means that you will have to override the 05G switch.
Is there a reason for this? Over.
Not at this time, Seb.
Oh,
that.
He's not buying that.
He knows.
Yeah.
Yep.
Without a heat shield, there is no way that Colonel Glenn can get back through the Earth's atmosphere. Even now, Colonel Glenn is streaking towards the United States.
Capcom, you're going out.
Oh,
He's
shit.
crossing the communication blackout zone.
There's a real fireball outside. It's getting a little hot in here.
That has to be so nerve-wracking, even though you know they're in the blackout area. Just
Friendship 7, do you copy? Over.
Again.
Friendship 7, do you copy? Over.
Loud and clear, Capcom.
Got him.
Roger that. Approaching 16.11984.
Engaging shoots.
Your go, no go is good.
Roger that, Capcom.
Spot on.
John Glenn has splashed down safely and is being recovered by the USS Noah.
Everybody together watching.
Yep.
Nothing else mattered.
Nice work.
You too, Mr. Harrison.
You think we can get to the moon?
We're already there, sir.
Successfully completed 3 of a scheduled 7.
There you go.
Capable of solving 24,000 multiplications.
Katherine Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
and he got her a coffee. Oh, nice.
There you go.
Oh, even better.
Oh,
I didn't know that.
Yep. Oh.
56.
56
with Jim Johnson.
Yep. Beat the original record of 52 on that ring.
Yeah, good work. That's right. So his mom had it for 52 years.
Oh, they're cool. We're going to get some real life photos here. Yep.
Yep.
Cool. I'm glad we got that. Well, there it was.
Oh, wow.
There it.
What a banger.
Wonder why it won the Oscar for it was amazing.
When you bring it up on the on Amazon, all the stars are maxed out, and there's 38,210.
That's 5-star rating.
Gave it 5 stars. So yeah, obviously you can see why. Look, they did so much right in this movie, and it's like, where do you even begin? You know, there's so much to cover here. One, I don't know if we'll ever have another period, for better or for worse, like the 60s, where so many different things happened and so much was going on in the world. It's just wild to me that those 10 years in time was truly outstanding. Of course, the attention to detail was great. Of course, the on-screen chemistry was great. Of course, the music and everything fit perfectly. But it's such a fascinating time to think about the 1960s and space travel and like everything they're doing. And on top of that, you have all the issues of segregation and sexism, and you're trying to work around that. And for us, and I said it a number of times, that the further we get removed from this time period, the more absurd it's going to seem to people watching it in whatever modern area it might be, whether that's 2025 and you're watching it for the first time like us, or if it's 2035 and you're watching it, it's going to seem so bizarre and alien that things were actually like this, that they would have segregation the way they did, and that the government would, be so short-sighted to make these mistakes and to do these things where it's like, well, hey, we can't do that. That's the way it's always been. People of color, you can't come in and work on this, or women, you can't come and work on this, despite the fact that you're the most brilliant person for the job and we need you. Arbitrary rules in place slowing you down. So I thought, above anything, I thought this movie did a fantastic job of showing that, and it was just a really good feel-good movie. Now, again, I'm sure there's folks who might want to see them go further into, the things that were going on, whether it's segregation or, what Dr. King was doing,
the civil unrest
with civil rights. And look, I think if you there's movies that do that, and there's movies that illustrate that, and they do it brilliantly. With this, I think that you have to show that element of it. But you also have to show and tell the story of these three amazing women. And I would hate to see their story get lost or be not as impactful because of everything else that's going on. Was civil rights and the segregation and all that, of course, that's important, and there's movies that show that. But this is their story and what they had to go through and what they had to overcome to achieve their goals and essentially the goals of an entire nation. So I think that's really important to keep in mind when you're looking at this movie and trying to take certain things like that out of it. I thought that Kevin Costner's speech in there that he gave about, the human element of what they're trying to do, the fact that they're strapping a man to a rocket and they're going to send him up there, shouldn't be minimized, because I think whenever you're working on a big project and departments are compartmentalized and everybody's just working on their own thing, I think it's very easy to forget that there's a human life at the end of it. And I thought they did a really fantastic job with Jim Parsons' character. He had a moment there where they were kind of snickering a little bit and kind of making light of a few things, maybe, or at least that's how I took it. And then Costner kind of had to set him straight and be like, look, we all need to work together. It's a man's life, essentially. And I really like how they did that. And I think they did a fantastic job of making this relatable for everyone. Look, I mean, obviously, I'm a white dude here in 2025, so I'm not going to say that I can relate to what somebody had to go through in the 1960s. But the little things they did, I think anybody who watches this can pick certain things out, like the promotions, like the having to do more work for the same amount of money. I mean, that still goes on today. If anything, that's really, I think, accelerated since 2020 and the disease, where companies are just trimming as much as they can, giving more work to the same person, and your pay is pretty much staying the same. So I just like how things like that were relatable, and I think that's something that makes this very timeless, where take the civil rights and the segregation and the sexism aside, that will still make it relatable for people. Because like I said, it's only going to be a handful of years. I mean, it's already here now, where to go back and look at the civil rights movement in the 60s, it seems so bizarre, right? Like the idea that she had to run across the whole campus to use the bathroom while she's doing this important work. It seems so bizarre to us, and it's something that's really hard to comprehend. So I really think they did a fantastic job of making it timeless, and that this movie will be watchable forever as long as it exists in some form, I think. So I thought that was real fantastic. again, that's kind of the main points that I wanted to get out. So I'll kick it over to the other guys. But man, space travel is just wild.
So I wrote down this question, and it's for you guys and you too, for whoever's watching. Did you guys kind of think about towards the end there, like how history might have changed if these women didn't have these contributions that they had?
Absolutely.
1,000%.
Yeah,
1,000%.
And on top of that, to kind of play off with that and with the whole segregation thing, we saw that when there was a big event, it didn't matter what color people were when they were all standing together watching the rockets. Nobody cared. None of the racial issues, none of that mattered when they were all watching one thing for a cause for an entire nation. And I thought that was important that they showed that. And then when they showed at the end when they were working in the IBM, it was people of all color working together. And it's just like, okay, we made progress now. So yeah, I mean, absolutely. Without these three ladies, it's a completely different story. Who knows?
Who knows if we even got to space or even got or even got to the moon?
How many setbacks we have
with the moon,
right?
As well,
who knows how many setbacks are there? Who knows how long it takes? Do we win the space race? Do the Russians get there first? You never know.
Yeah, my big takeaway from this movie was just perseverance. That no matter what they were faced with, that was in their face, whether it was they Mary couldn't go to get her engineering degree because she had to go to an all-white school.
Segregation.
With the segregation, she approached the judge and was very honest and open with him. Hey, you were the first to do this and this and this in your family. Well, I want to be the first to do this, and you can help that by being the first to also help me out with that. So she took it upon herself to keep driving. Dorothy was never satisfied with what she did, so she stole a book, but no libraries, right?
She pays taxes.
So she pays taxes. She can take the book, and she persevered by learning a new craft because she knew that they were going to be out of a job once those IBMs came in, and she learned that skill and then kept moving forward and ended up working for how long? And then obviously with Katherine, just her entire life, she was exceptionally smart, amazing at math, and they shoved her off to the side at first, but she persevered. She kept on working her ass off, speaking up when it was time to speak up for Kevin Costner's character to hear that and be like, he was all about winning. So he didn't care who was helping. He wanted the best of the best. And he even said it to Jim Parsons' character where he's like, you're supposed to find the genius among the geniuses in there. And that's what she was. I mean, she was incredible in this. She played the character beautifully. It was amazingly done. The sound, the sights, everything just brought you right back into the early 60s, as far as just having the television screen, having the grainy look, or even just seeing the old cars, the old cameras, the old TV, news reporting representation.
The
on
original
the TV.
footage was nice too.
Original footage was very key as well, because then that puts you back in there even more, which really helps you, just fall into the movie. And I think this is a movie. I really think, everybody should get a chance to watch this movie. This was an amazing movie. It's something that obviously I knew nothing about until I watched the movie. And there's many amazing people out there that we just don't know about it. But when you get a story told about them that deserve it, like these three women, it was amazing to watch. And just how, like I said, they persevered through anything that was thrown their way. It was a great movie.
Well, and the whole idea that everybody was just flying by the seat of their pants, as kind of making stuff up as they were going on, because so many things hadn't been done before. They had to invent the math for it, and it's just such an
use an archaic math that they're possibly couldn't work, and hey,
it's
like she said, and it's true. The numbers don't lie, and she used the proper numbers, and and right at the end, Paul finally was giving her the respect that she deserved all along. So
what great casting.
It was, and then obviously that goes out being said, the cast on here was just amazing from top to bottom.
Well, to answer the question that we had earlier, is Paul real? I looked it up, and Paul is not a real.
Yeah,
he was just a component.
Dude, that guy's so dirty.
He was just a component of what was kind of happening in that time. If I read that correctly,
his family's watching this. Like, what the hell?
Yeah, he's there to represent
more
a viewpoint that was held just to put a personification to it.
Yeah. Look, and I'm sure there's a handful of things. One of the other notes, so when you guys were kind of doing your commentary as he was scrolling through, we saw that Paul and Kirsten Dunst characters Parsons and Vivian were not actual people, but just more of a representation of people who dismissed, their talents. The other thing that was noted was that Katherine Johnson wasn't the one who actually had the issues with the bathroom. It was Mary. So the scenes of her running back and forth to the bathroom may not have been historically accurate, but of course, a depiction of things that were very real in that time. So look, anytime you have a film where it's based on a true story and you're trying to get certain lessons across and trying to, take people, how many years later, a half a century later, and put them in that time frame and say, this is how things were. You're going to take some liberties maybe with the historical accuracy of the film to get your point across. And I think they did that in an impactful enough manner here without taking away from Catherine and Dorothy and Mary's story and the accomplishments that they had. All the way around, just an incredible film. It's the film is frustrating on and not anything negative about the film, just the subject matter on a number of levels. The racism, of course, I mean, we've spoken about this in previous films. We did The Help relatively recently and spoke pretty extensively about the racism. And you would think if in any field where it would be like, let's set this aside, it would be science, right? Like science. That's the field where we say, you know what, everybody's equal, and the skill you bring to the team is where your value lies. And so to see, racial segregation, but it should be, obviously this film was, about 3 women of color, but it should also be noted that it was, gender issues as well. Like a lot of these men just thought, well, we can't have a woman in here doing math. It's like, well, if she's better at math than all you guys, then maybe you should. So the racism and things that we're dealing with in the 60s, you talked about it, so much happened in the 60s. I mean, such a pivotal point in American history. Look, as I had said when we watched The Help, and I'll say it again here, I'm not going to say you can't. You face a very, very steep challenge when you want to have a feel-good movie that also has any sort of accurate depiction of the racism that existed in the United States during the 1960s and the battles that they faced fighting for civil rights. So yes, this film, along with others, is a very, very sanitized version of the racism that existed. In this context, though, I'm perfectly okay with that because they wanted to make this story about Catherine's success and Catherine and Dorothy and Mary's contributions and the things they overcome. And so I think they put enough in there to like, hey, let's not forget this was a time period where they weren't just battling their gender, they were battling race, they were battling a lot of things. And so I think they put enough in there about the civil rights movements and the things that were happening in the 60s to make you realize the struggles they were facing, at least a little bit. Look, as far as Catherine, Dorothy, and Mary, we know they were real people. What they accomplished is absolutely phenomenal, and you just can't say enough about their accomplishments. And for those of you who watch our reactions, we try doing these wrap-ups 15 to 20-ish minutes for movies that have, more serious context. Like this one will go a little bit longer, but I think we could spend days, years, whatever, talking about the merits of Catherine, Dorothy, and Mary and the impact that they had, not just on the space program, but as you guys brought up, the history of this entire nation. I mean, the direction of an entire country, a world really, for the space race was impacted by their contributions. And that's my other really big frustration with this film is when you have science, nothing should matter except an individual skill. That's it. Mm-hmm. I mean, in
a perfect world.
Well, that's what nothing should matter. It's my strong should. Nothing should matter in watching this film, it makes you, part of you like, okay, get it, fight for your, answer brought up, Katherine fighting for it, stay persistent, keep going after it. Don't be willing to just, walk away and accept things the way they are. Push for progress, which they did. And you wonder, you have to sit back and wonder how many absolutely brilliant people of color, how many absolutely brilliant women, voices weren't heard, talents weren't recognized, and just ideas were squandered because of the time frame they were in. And we'll never know. You don't know how many incredibly talented people were there like that out there who, maybe didn't have the fortitude that somebody like Katherine had, and they accepted no for an answer, but still had the same skill set or the same intelligence. And it's so frustrating because when you think about progress in science, you think of the space program, engineering, where math and numbers and everything should be the absolute primary focus. And the last thing on anybody's mind should be race or creed or gender or anything like that, where it shouldn't matter. And it did. And it absolutely did. And I guarantee 1,000% sure that there was progress that was hindered, and we almost saw it here. So frustrating, but again, they did a phenomenal job of portraying that in the film. Casting was amazing. Of course, Glen Powell as as John Glenn, and you guys brought up, I kind of was like, oh, this guy. When I say that, is because I love him so much. He's like one of my big man crushes now. Like it's almost equal to my old Chris Hemsworth man crush. But he was great. Kevin Costner crushed it. Man, I don't know that we've ever not liked Parsons, but he made us. And Kirsten Dunst as well, which is interesting because I think the casting was great because they picked an actor and an actress who are genuinely really well loved for the most part.
You're kind of disarmed by it,
and you're kind of like, oh wow, these these people are are kind of making me pissed off at them. But overall, an absolutely incredible film. I know we're going a little bit long here, and I know I've gone long. But when we have films again that deal with actual history that are based on true events, but also true events that are as important as the space race in American history, and more importantly, the accomplishments of these three women, I think we're doing them justice by going a little bit longer with our reviews. But phenomenal movie. Again, huge shout out to everybody involved. But more importantly, just I can't say enough about these three women. I really didn't know anything about them. So this was a history lesson for me, and I feel a little bit smarter, a little bit more enlightened, and certainly at least a little bit more open-minded walking away from this film.
Yeah, very well said by all three of you. So I'll touch some components here, but then I kind of want to focus on more of the film itself. But same with you, Dave, and you guys too. I had no idea. So excuse my ignorance on these three women who obviously helped change what I would consider the trajectory of history for the USA. Because with that question I asked you guys earlier, just take one of them out. Let's say Mary. Let's just say Mary. What if the judge denies her? Like the stuff that she contributed to, how does that affect Dorothy or Katherine in the long run? Like, does it have much? Does it not have much? But I'd like to think even just that judge, if he could put a kibosh on it because of those times and that segregation and all, throw racism in there too, because he was a white judge. I would assume he was a white judge. Then he kiboshes that. Like, how much calculation does that throw off? Again, like what you were saying, does it throw?
I mean, we talking
years,
off. Weeks, months, years. How long are we talking?
All that stuff. So, like, just the little components of how the events transpired in this, just in the real history of it. Like, just take one thing out of it.
Also, the loss of life. That possibly could happen from getting the calculations wrong. I didn't want to gloss over that.
Well, yeah, that's huge too. Anything with now I've never worked at NASA, but the things that I've learned, and like Katherine said in here, these calculations they need to be pinpoint because lives are at stake when these things happen, right? So just take a little bit of a calculation off from the computer, which they caught in here. Now, I don't know if that's real or not. I'd have to go back and do my education for myself on that, or just let me know.
Somebody had mentioned, I don't know if you missed it, somebody had mentioned in the comments about the term hidden figures not being just a representation of these three women kind of,
in the trivia
behind the scenes.
Yep.
They had also mentioned that potentially with the way the computers were set up at the time, they were cutting the decimals a little bit shorter. And that the
is that why Costner made that
the
joke?
hidden figures, the further
yeah, it's right here, I think.
The further you run with the decimals, the more accurate mathematical equations you're going to have. And when you're talking about, 17,000 miles an hour and trajectory and angles and all this stuff,
right here,
those extra digits. Yeah.
Okay, so I see what you're saying now. Okay, yeah. So now that's a good point too. Like, shave off a couple digits.
Yeah,
what happens
round
then?
up.
You can't. You cannot.
And just
the computer is only computer is only going to kick out as many digits as a human programmed it to.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. That's all it's going to do.
AI still at the end of currently in these times still need
talk to
a
us in
human
10 years.
still need a human component to it, even just like it did then. I loved and now I'll kind of dive, I'm going to be in and out, but with the beginning for Katherine and her story there, showing all the math that she was learning, bravo to her for picking that up so quick, even as a kid. Or to anybody that knows that just learns that math, bravo to you, because that is some serious. Well, for me, I'll just speak for me. Like, learning some math, that like algebra and geometry and going on and upward, that shit was incredibly hard for me because it's just step after step, and I'm just too impatient. So I would always make mistakes and be like, well, your math was like 95% there. It's just. Yep. You tripped over right here, so now go back and redo it. And oh, sure shit, there's the right answer. But to that level, I never got to that level at all. I just couldn't do it anymore. So bravo to any of you doing that kind of math, because it does matter in at least a NASA sense. Like my job, zero math.
Well, I think the thing with Katherine that they're showing here is she's in the top 0.001%, probably genetically, for being incredibly gifted. The way her brain is able to process that, but also in the same top percentage for work ethic. There's all these things, when talent beats work and genetics and stuff like that. I would argue that she had both. She was probably one of the most gifted minds. We talk about people like Einstein and stuff like that about being gifted. I think Katherine was a combination of the both, incredibly gifted and just outworking everybody.
Yeah, and I do want to, in this trivia here too, I wasn't sure if that was real or not, but it says, John Glenn did specifically request Katherine Johnson review all the calculations for Friendship 7 mission.
That says a lot.
His dialogue in the film is based on the NASA transcripts. Now, how great is that for the film? The writers and everyone involved, well, the writers, to bring in the transcripts. Yep. I wonder what that process was like to help support this film, because I can't imagine it was an easy process of like, hey, do you guys have these on record?
Yeah.
Do you? Great. What are the chances that we could incorporate into our script and show like the real side of that? So, and in here does say it took a couple days for them for Katherine to confirm those calculations. It wasn't like just then.
The thing that I love the most,
I love that fact here.
The thing that I love the most about them showing John Glenn doing that is you had a room full of people who didn't think she was there. And look, Glenn's going to be the one up there. So yeah, if somebody's got a final say, it's going to be him. So you have all these smug people like, what's she doing here? Let's see. And then you have Glenn being like, nah, you know what? We're going to go with her. And just everybody else, the sinking down into the chairs. Like,
when John Glenn went over there to shake all their hands at the beginning, when they had them split up on the runway.
I loved that they put that in there. And I'm sure some people might be like, they're trying to make him the hero. No, they're just showing that, for me, that's just showing historically people of science, people that wanted progress, people wanted to get shit done. The real people that wanted to get it done, They wanted the best.
And
they
then-
wanted the best. And look, he's the one going up.
his life's on the
he's
line.
the one going up in the capsule. Do you give, if you're
It's not
going
a team,
up there,
it's just him.
and you give a shit what their skin color is or what their gender is, if they're the ones that are making the calculations on whether you're going to get home safe, he just wanted the best. And I loved that they put that in there. And I love even more that that's actual dialogue.
Yeah,
from John
that
Glenn.
to me is just absolutely crazy. So kudos to the writers on there for that. Some of the shoe with Mary in the beginning, I'm curious if that was actually real or just, hey, we got to kind of put a Hollywood spin on it and just create that, because he did tee up like, hey, no life is worth a shoe. And then 60 seconds later, they showed the wind blowing off some of the vents on there to kind of prove that
Hit
point
the
a little
window.
bit. Yeah, and then of course his speech too, kind of swinging back into real life a little bit. His something about the Jewish, right?
His parents died in a prison
Polish
camp.
Jewish,
the Holocaust, and he was trying to help her show that she shouldn't put a boundary on herself because of
Absolutely.
race.
Yeah.
So I do appreciate that those two had those conversations. I also
to do the impossible, I think is what he said. Don't be
But-
afraid to do the impossible.
And again, to your point, Quinn, with all four of us, we could probably have a huge sit down for hours and days about how the 1960s were. I mean, in this film, it depicted obviously racism, misogyny, sexism, segregation, and maybe I'm missing a couple other things in there. But the way the film kind of went in to remind you, I thought was pretty good with how they did everything, because even just showing the civil unrest with Martin Luther King there, just to kind of remind you of the timeline that we're still in. Because that shit was, as you probably well know, that shit was really going on too. So there was just so many components that I thought the film did very well to kind of center around, hey, we got a space story, but we're also going to show true events-ish of what happened in this time frame that we're trying to talk about. So I thought the film did really well on that too. Of course, our actresses did
crushed
TPH. You crushed it. Janelle and Spencer did phenomenal too in there. With the Jim Parsons, I got to say you did a good job of making me hate you on there, because
did the
again,
role.
kind of back to what you were saying. Now I get it. In these times, again, it wasn't that way, but at the same time, like Kevin Costner, Al Harris, which I think I goofed instead of his Paul with the pearls. So it was kind of cool that they came back with the pearls. Is that a true story too, or was that kind of Hollywood in there? Just let me know. He was making it a point that, hey, we're all one. We got to move forward to. I guess you could say it was competition partly in there, a little bit of ego because
of course.
USA versus everyone else, right? But at the end of the day, we still got people's lives on the line, so we need to make sure that everyone is team-oriented, pinpoint first, because he did when he asked Catherine, "Are you a spy?" Like, I took that as him being sarcastic to Paul, to prove a point to Paul. Like,
why can't she have clearance?
What are you doing here, Paul? Like, I'm putting you in charge to get us the best minds. Like he said, but it's your job to find the geniuses of these geniuses in the room.
Oh, look at that right there. Atlas.
So I know I'm in this time now, so I'm speaking of this time now. But I'm hoping, and I know for a fact that it's happening all around jobs still across America, across the globe, where you got some schmuck, guy or woman, saying, "Hey, we need this. We know this person over here is great, but hey, bottom line is this, because my boss is saying this." So and this movie is a good piece to show you, get the right team, get the right players, and let them show you what they can do for your results. So.
I think I was gonna say real quick too. It even goes back to the cop at the beginning. Once he realized that
that's exactly where I was
on
going.
Everything, the importance of it. All right, I don't care. Hey, you guys need a ride there? I'll follow me in.
Started off with a bunch of rough tones, but then
because
it's funny
the way
that set the tone of the whole movie to become a team.
Well, and that was the foreshadowing, really, of everybody coming together at the end. Like in the very first scene of the movie, we are shown what happens when something more important than the color of people's skin comes into play. And in this case, it was the space race, because, they teed the setup there,
we weren't around then, but that was pretty important.
The police officer coming in, there's 3 ladies of color on the side of the road. When he walked up to him, he kind of grabbed his billy club a little bit. They showed that. And then as soon as he found out what was going on, everything changed. We were all in it together. And he was like, hey, anything I can do to help you. So it was great foreshadowing, just that one little scene.
Yeah, and as for me as a score, I don't know if I really want to touch a score on a film like this because there were real people involved. Just kind of like when we do war movies, real people are involved with true events. This was true events. So just know that I do hold this movie in high regard, and I would definitely say if you haven't seen it, please watch it. Just because for a guy like me, I had no clue about these three women. I just don't feel placing a score on Catherine, Mary, or Dorothy for a movie. And I know they had some Hollywood moments in here, but I don't know if I would feel comfortable doing that if we don't do that. If I don't do that for the war movies that we do, so I would say it's a very, very damn good film. Please watch it if you haven't.
Highly recommend watching.
Yeah, I think you'd have a hard time arguing with the star rating that it got here on Amazon. And like I said, just the last thing I'll end with is that movies like this, like you said, Oak, are very difficult, and they have to ride that knife's edge of acknowledging the time that they were in and what was going on in that time period, but still telling the individual stories and not letting one or the other overpower the main story of the movie. So I thought that they did a very brilliant job with that.
Yeah, and like Diamond Dave said, if this is your first time catching one of our reactions on this channel, generally speaking, with true stories, war movies that are based on actual events, we tend to, out of respect for the people that the stories are about, their families and everything like that, not give them a score just because it feels wrong. But I think we can all say that we are unbelievably thankful and grateful for the work of Catherine, Dorothy, and Mary, and this nation and the world would be a very different place if not for their contributions. And so, void of a score, I think we can kind of wrap it up with that. Just a giant thank you to these three women for their contributions.
Yeah, and if we missed anything, look, again, if we missed anything that you were looking for, whatever base that we missed here, sorry. We only have a certain amount of time too. So
and I will one last thing, and we should how about some support for the rock star gentleman in Catherine and Mary's life who supported.
Oh, Jim?
Yeah, they didn't really show Dorothy's husband, but they.
Mary's. Yeah,
well, yeah,
so
but
Mary's
they showed Dorothy's husband, but she was. But like,
yeah,
they didn't show any of the interaction.
Yeah, they just kind of the
Those
dance.
two.
But we saw
Mary's
with
husband.
But yeah,
Mary. Yeah, so
okay.
Mary's husband and Catherine's husband. Like, because look, Al's sitting there saying, "Hey, call your spouses, well, your wives. You're going to be working late nights," and we never once saw either one of their spouses be like, "Oh, you're home late again." They were supportive. "Oh, you're going to night school? All right, I've got your back. Oh, you're going to be working late? All right, we're going to make dinner." So strong men who supported the goals of the women in their life. So just a shout out to those gentlemen as well.
All right, this was a really good movie. Hopefully you all get a chance to watch it and enjoy it as much as we did. So for Appleton, Oak, Diamond Dave, that's Mason Quinn. I'm of course the answer. Good night now, pals, and go learn some math.